Hey there, everybody. I'm the Gulf Coast Granny. My name's Charlotte. For those of you who know me, you already know that. But for those of you who don't, well, I figured I'd let you know. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit because it's not looking right. Happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy 4th of July. I'm sitting here at the house by myself. I did an earlier live stream a few minutes ago, and I didn't like the way I sounded in it. So I turned it off and I made it private because, darn it, I'm not trying to have a bad attitude today. I want to have a good time, and I want to sit here by myself and enjoy the peace and quiet. What the heck is that? I want to enjoy the peace and quiet, and I want to try not to lose my mind. I'm here at the house. I can't believe I'm here by myself. I'm never here completely by myself anymore since the kids got out of school. And but I didn't feel like going to see the fireworks with the family tonight. I wanted to sit at home and just kind of enjoy the peace. I was tired. I did a lot of work in the garden, and I just wanted to sleep, really. Well, then I tried to sleep, and my neighbors are having a party, and their music is thumping all through the house. I don't know if you can hear it. I hope not, but I can. All I can hear is the bass. But anyhow, I should have went with them, and I didn't. Now I'm feeling sorry for myself. But I don't like fireworks because they startle me every time they go off. It's crazy. I don't pretend to have PTSD, but I kind of feel for people who do because I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I decided to try this again so I can have myself a better attitude. So if you're going to be in the stream with me, please leave a comment so I know that you're here. Excuse me. My allergies are really bad because I was in the garden today. So if I'm hoarse, that's why. But yeah, happy 4th of July. The kids are watching the fireworks, and I'm sitting here trying to think of something to say that's encouraging and happy and peaceful. So if anybody has any encouragement for me, I'd appreciate it. Did you hear that? Yeah, that's the fireworks. So, thank you, Dad. Look, y'all, Poppy's here. Hey, Kat. Happy 4th of July to you, too. Poppy, why are you on my live stream? Go have fun and watch the fireworks. Nobody wants to talk to you. Poppy's in my comments trying to horn in on my fun. Kat, what are you doing today? Did you have a good day? Y'all, if my ice crunching bothers y'all, let me know. It's a habit I got many, many years ago. It was a pregnancy craving with kid number 2, and I've never stopped, and she's 32 years old now. That's crazy, isn't it? Oh, hilarious. But Say, Poppy, how are the fireworks? Can you hear me? Do you care? Come here, kitty. You're bad. Oh, that kitty's bad. Oh no, you've got that. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's terrible. Hey, Pia, how are you? So, well, Poppy says he's coming home soon, so I'm just going to live stream till he gets here. What do you think of them apples? Happy 4th of July, Pia. I'm I'm just sitting here on live stream trying to entertain myself while Poppy and the kids went to watch the fireworks down at the beach. I don't like fireworks at all. They startle me way, way bad. Kat, what do you think started your sciatica? I mean, I know sometimes it doesn't even need a reason, but ouch. Ouch. You know, this Independence Day has me thinking. I've been watching a YouTube channel. Oh, Kat, hang on, I'll get back to that story. Kat, Poppy says to try those lidocaine patches that you get from Walgreens for your sciatica, because he has it. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. He gets that really bad sometimes, and those lidocaine patches help him a lot. Oh, Pia, I'm sorry. I know some dogs can't take that. My daughter's dog has to have crazy anxiety medication. I don't know what it's called, but they have to give it anxiety medication so that he doesn't pee all over the house and, you know, go crazy. I feel so sorry for him. Oh, Kat, that's terrible. I know that breaks your heart that it might be from that, from lifting your grandbaby. Oh, gosh. Pia, I didn't think fireworks were legal in Florida. What kind of fireworks do they have over there? Because over here in Mississippi, any kind of fireworks you want, you can get. And it sounds like machine gun fire outside my house right now. Oh, he wants to be the loudest one. We have some neighbors in the backyard who are having some kind of get together. And not only are they blowing out these really loud booming fireworks, but they're playing their music, and all I can hear is the bass rattling through my house. And I was sitting here thinking earlier, I started a live stream earlier and I had a really bad attitude about it. And so I decided to cancel it and make it private and start all over again because I was being ugly. But I was thinking about Independence Day today. And it seems like to me that it ought not to be all right to do what you want to do and aggravate other people around you. And maybe I'm biased because I'm aggravated by everything going on out there. But I'm not that way. I don't make a whole bunch of noise in my house and have loud parties and disturb the neighbors till all hours of the night. And I don't expect them to do it to me either. But I'm just an old lady, just an old crotchety lady, I reckon. Kat says it's noisy, but I enjoy watching from my porch. Fireworks make me nervous. Yeah. I wouldn't mind just looking at them if I didn't have to hear them, because they are beautiful. They really are. But the noise just, oh my gosh, it's crazy. Oh. So what do y'all got planned for tomorrow? Or is everybody off work? Poppy's off work, and the only thing we've got planned really is to work in the garden. And I got to go to Lowe's and get some plants because I want to find some chamomile or feverfew, and I need to get some herbs, not for my garden, but for my daughter's party. And I'm going to try to grow them a little bit bigger. Pia, I'm not a big fan. Too many fingers get lost. Oh, yeah, that is true. Well, I don't want to bring any bad luck to anybody. But my husband always said, he says this all the time to the kids, make stupid decisions and win stupid prizes or something to that effect. Poppy, if you're out there, type in what you always say to the kids. He does. He says that a lot. Basically, make a bad decision, pay the consequences, you know. But unfortunately, Pia, what happens is parents aren't watching their children like they should, and they're not supervising them. And it's the poor kids who have to pay the consequences of the bad decisions of the parents. And that's what's so tragic about that. I hope to con my head in the garden to help me pull all of the spent plants. Kat, I just did a lot of that today. Play stupid games with, that's it, Kat, how did you know that? That's exactly what he says. I pulled out the entire back bed of my tomatoes today because they were yellow and spotted, and the birds had gotten almost everything that was red. And all the ones that were green, you know, honestly, I don't think they weren't growing very fast. So I think everything had just really slowed down. So I just decided to cut them down and start over in August. I'm done with tomatoes right now. I probably harvested, I have 8 to 10 quarts of them in the freezer. And that's plenty. Did you hear that? It's very distracting. What I was going to say is I'm just going to wait on my potatoes and my okra to start, you know, start really cooking. My vines on my potatoes are looking really, really good right now. And they're good and healthy. So all I have to do with them really is keep watering them. And, well, shoot, with all this rain we've been getting, I don't even need to water them. But if it stops, I will. And the okra, I got to spray that with some pyrethrin because I'm afraid I'm getting mite damage on them. And my eggplant too. I want that eggplant to grow for as long as it's going to grow. I love that stuff. And so I'm going to spray that down with pyrethrin as well. You don't know what to do with your strawberry plants. Oh, Kat, you don't have to do anything to them. What do you mean by that? I don't quite understand, because I mean, you could cut the, you know how strawberry plants, there's the mama plant, and then they send off little runners, and the runners will root into the ground. Well, what you can do is cut that little runner off and make a whole new plant with it. But really, other than that, you don't need to do a whole lot to strawberry plants. They're tough. They'll do whatever they want to. What looks bad about them? I mean, are they spotted? Are they brown? Are they, I don't know. Do they have bugs? Mine aren't looking really horrible. I've got my strawberries over at my daughter's house. And actually, Kat, they're not even my strawberries. They were originally my daughter's to start with. But I had to rescue them because hers looked awful too back in the spring. And they had brown all over them and all that. So I just pulled all the brown off and I pulled them all apart because you can tell where the little plants are. And she had all the plants clumped up together. So I just pulled them all apart and planted them all separately. And she only had 4 to start with, and I got 13 out of that bunch that time. But now they're probably this big around, maybe 6-8 inches across, and they're really starting to put out runners now. The leaves aren't happy. They're turning maroonish. When's the last time you gave them some fertilizer? Do you have any fish fertilizer at your house? Wait a minute. Let me look that up real quick. They might be getting too much water. You don't never know. M-A-R-O-O-N, straw. Let me see what I can find on that. If your strawberry leaves are turning red, they are likely dying. Some fungal infections can cause them to die. Other times, the leaves are just dying because they're old. So it's just the leaves that are dying. Hang on. Let me keep going here. Strawberry leaves turning red do not serve a helpful function for strawberry plants and should be removed or discarded. So what I would do is I would take all your red ones off. Do you have any green ones at all on the plant? Hey, Poppy.
Hey, baby.
The family's back. Ain't I lucky?
What's wrong with that?
They're in pots, and you've never given them any fertilizer. Well, that might be your problem. Are they in small pots or big pots? I mean, they don't need a lot of soil, honestly. If they're in a smaller pot, that's fine, but they might need to be potted up. And I would give them some fish fertilizer if I were you. Either that or, some, a liquid type fertilizer, just any blue fertilizer liquid. I got the generic kind from Walmart. Honey, bring me one. Violet, look in there. Poppy, you know where it is.
What do you want? What's up?
Bring me my blue fertilizer. I want to show it to her.
Blue fertilizer.
Poppy knows where it is.
Okay.
Salvage, they're in 7-gallon grow bags.
Gritty.
How many's in each one? See, this is the blue fertilizer I've got. And you just put like a teaspoon in a gallon of water and bam, you're done. Yeah, how many's in a grow bag? Because that 7-gallon grow bag got to hold enough. Let me show you something. Hey, V, so I don't have to get up. Give me one of them gallon grow bags over there.
Gallon grow bag.
Look, y'all, I got gardening stuff all over my house. Yeah, that.
Okay.
Now go.
Oh, okay.
Look, see this? This is a 1 gallon right here. I was going to plant some micro dwarf tomatoes in it. But that would hold at least one or two strawberry plants. Because look, see the diameter there? It's probably, I don't know, 8 inches across. That would hold 1 or 2 plants. So you only have 1 or 2. 1 plant in each one. Well, they've got plenty of room. In fact, they've got plenty of room. What is going on with this stinking? Oh, I know what's going on. Y'all give me a second. I got to adjust and tighten up. They got enough room to make babies in that container. How many plants do you have total, or how many containers of them? I'm sorry, I'm asking so many questions, but I'd really like to help. The plants are huge. You know what? You should take a picture of them and send it to me at gulfcoastgranny@gmail.com. Seriously, because I want to see these 7-gallon strawberry plants. That's amazing that you got them so big. 4 total. You know what? What you should do, and all right, I shouldn't say that to you. Have you thought about get a 100-gallon grow bag or a little kiddie swimming pool, fill it full of soil, and put all of your 4 plants in there. Let them reproduce, because they will. They will. Strawberry plants will give you fruit for 3 or 4 years in a row before the mother plant kind of kicks the bucket and the baby plants take over. but you're going to have to separate those baby plants from the mother and replant them. Do it in the fall. Do it in the fall. All the little runners that come off of it, kind of, you're familiar with spider plants, how they make their babies? And you get little balls of spider plants coming down. Strawberries do the same thing. So you cut them off and, okay, you'll see the little roots at the bottom, and just take them roots and stick them in the ground. And don't bury the crown. Don't bury the crown of the plant. Good. Yeah, that's what you need. You either need a kiddie pool or a 100-gallon grow bag. You would have strawberries for a while. And I don't think hardly anything can kill a strawberry plant. It'll get cold, it'll freeze, and then it'll come back the next year. They're very hardy plants. What are you doing over there, Poppy?
Nothing.
Why don't you bring me some tea since you're not doing anything? Pia, do you have a garden? Do you grow anything? I got 5 people in here. Y'all need to say something to me. It's probably my whole family. Oh, you had to get some editing done. I need to do a video where that I should edit, because I haven't even done a video, Pia, in like a week and a half, except for these live streams.
Slacker.
It's nice to see you too, my dear. I actually just watched your video about the blog spot, and I'm going to make me a blogger, a blog, I guess, and just talk about my garden in it. But let's see. So that's 4 people. So Kat, it's me and you and probably my kids and my husband.
Well, definitely me. I'm not sure about your kids.
Probably. But yeah, see, I love these grow bags. They last a good long time. And I have good luck with them no matter what size. Hey. That's a lot of noise.
It's your tea.
Well, don't bounce the ice around in the glass, dear.
Well, I'll bruise your eyes.
Shame on Nettie.
I'm not gonna bruise your eyes.
Anyhow.
Sorry, my queen.
Yes, dear. You want to join us?
I can. If I'm allowed.
I guess you're allowed. I've only got 3 people, and then one's you. So, but that's all right. I mean, shoot. Sit here. How was the fireworks?
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
We parked in front of the Burger King and sat on their curb.
Hmm.
Threw a sacrificial French fry to the ants.
To the ants.
Yeah, because there was a bunch of them. They weren't a problem after he threw the French fry and one chicken nugget down on the ground.
How was Millie? My granddaughter went too. And,
She was a little grumbly.
well, she was tired. She tried to sleep, and what is going on there?
And she didn't take that nap she was looking for.
That's all. You have limited garden area, and that's all you use is the grow bags? Is that what you mean? Shoot, that's what we should have done. You know how much money we would have saved if we would have just used grow bags and building all those beds out of wood. Went through the roof.
I'd have a couple more tattoos.
You might. I don't know what's going on with my stinking internet. But yeah, they're great. I love them. And I don't have a lot of problems with them. Hey, Dawn, how are you? Oh my goodness. What rain? I don't have any rain.
You're supposed to rain.
It was supposed to rain, and we got a whole bunch. What was it? Friday?
Yeah.
We got a ton of rain on
Buckets.
Friday. Buckets and buckets, yeah. And basically I went ahead and pulled out all my tomatoes because between the rain and the bugs, I'm done. Just done. And I'll start again in August. Because you know, you take care of these plants and excuse me, I'm sorry. You take care of these plants for months on end, waiting for these beautiful tomatoes, and then the weather doesn't cooperate, and then they get full of diseases, and then oh, that's right. Okay, Central Florida. Oh goodness, you're getting some of that storm. Oh my.
It's gonna miss us completely. It's going through Jacksonville this week.
Finally.
Whoop.
Good Lord, how many did we get last year?
All of them.
We got threatened with hurricanes. I believe it was 6 times last year, and only one came ashore as a hurricane. There were a couple that were tropical storms and didn't really do a whole lot of damage. But that last one, man, it was no
wait,
joke.
the last one was only supposed to be maybe a 1 if it was lucky.
Well, that's what they told us on the news, that it was supposed to come ashore as a Category 1. And from what I understand, it went from that to 1 mile an hour away from a Category 3.
Yeah.
Like that quick. It went
Spun
from
up at
dry
nighttime.
to wet. Oh, yeah. Are your tomatoes cracking yet, Dawn? Kat, have your tomatoes cracked? You hear them fools out there?
Down the street.
I would love, never mind. I ain't gonna say what I would love to do
Don't
because
be-
it's ugly, ugly, ugly.
Don't be a party pooper.
I am a party pooper because I'm an old lady. I'm allowed to be crotchety.
So you need the big floppy hat and go
Go
around
get
every-
it. I got a big old floppy hat. Darn right. It was a beast. That thing, oh, it was terrible. Oh gosh, Dawn, your tomatoes are cracking. That's what happened to mine. They either cracked, and I'll tell you one thing. I've been hearing everybody just rave about this one particular tomato called Sunrise Bumblebee. They cracked worse than any of my other tomatoes. My Belaroses did the best as far as not cracking. And they still did. They still did.
Just a tiny bit at the very top, though.
Hey, Marcel, how are you? She says she's moderating on another chat, but I'm checking in. Thank you so much. Thank you.
But tell them what you did to save a bunch of your tomatoes, though.
I don't remember.
You
What are you
pulled them
talking?
off the vine before they were bright
Oh,
red,
yeah.
so they would finish off in the house.
Yeah, I do that all the time. If I know a storm's coming, or if I think the plant's getting diseased, or if I think whatever's happening out there, if it's not looking good for them tomatoes to last very long, I'll take them off as soon as they start blushing down at the bottom and bring them in to ripen in the house, because I'm not losing tomatoes. But then again, this year was so crazy that you just never knew what was going to happen next.
It was crazy. We had about 3 or 4 dozen tomatoes on windowsills,
Right.
countertops,
We had them everywhere.
shelves, by the fish tank.
It was crazy. We had them all over the
It
place.
was like attack of the killer tomatoes,
Do me a favor.
maybe.
I need to do one thing real quick. Hang on 1 second, guys. I want to be in here too, so I can moderate the comments this way. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
so you can see it better.
Yeah, I can see it better. I can see my comments better on my computer than I can on this little phone. So what I do is I kind of cheat and go in both. I go in the stream using both of my devices.
Give me your kickstand so I can make.
Kickstand.
Yeah, what
Oh, all right,
That's what I
dear.
call that thing.
There you go. But so was Oliver at the thing too? You're not in frame. You need it.
There.
Oh no, yuck. Gross. Back off. Back off. Haters, back off.
Haters.
That used to be Miranda Sings. Remember when Violet used to do that all the time?
Yeah.
It was funny. But yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad. I'm glad to be done with the summer garden. So glad.
They're even having problems with their okra.
What? Oh, Dawn, that's terrible. What's it doing to your okra?
What's it doing? Floating?
is it not being able to pollinate, or I'm confused? Because see, my okra is only this tall right now. I just planted it a couple of weeks ago, I think. So it's real tiny still. I Kat says she's over them stinking cracked tomatoes. Kat, we ought to go have coffee one day.
Oh, her okra's 2 to 3 feet tall.
Where does it say that?
At
Okay.
the bottom.
Oh my. Well, when did you plant your okra, Dawn?
And she got-
Yeah, I got it. Everybody's coming in at a different time. Because, yeah, like I said, mine's. So, what you going to plant in the fall? What am I going to plant in the fall? Oh, my. Every kind of green there is. Mustard greens, collard greens, kale. Did you hear that? Oh, yeah, that was great, wasn't it? But, let's see. I said mustard greens, collard greens, kale.
All kinds of greens.
Oh, and Swiss chard. Actually, I put some of that out today, but I put it in the shade so that it can germinate. And then when the weather cools off, I'm going to move it to the sunny area. But
Aren't you gonna do more tomatoes?
I'm going to do more tomatoes. I got to put the corn out this weekend.
Pumpkins?
I was thinking about it,
You got that Ziploc
and
bag full of stuff.
I'm doing some birdhouse gourds. I don't know where it is though.
That's myself on the ground with a cat.
Are you freaking
Where is
serious? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm actually going to plant some more flowers too. I want to plant some more zinnias and sunflowers because mine just didn't get the opportunity to do very well this year or for this season. And I really want some flowers back there. My roses right now are doing really good for first year roses. I give them fish fertilizer, and every 3 months, which I've only been able to do it one time because they've only been in the ground since
Spring.
March. So, but every 3 months I give them that Bayer all-in-one. Hey Denise, how are you? Thanks for coming to my live stream. I appreciate it. What you got there? I grow bush beans right now, or is it? You know what, Denise? I don't know, and I'll be honest with you. I have always had the biggest problem with growing beans.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. It doesn't matter what time of year I plant them. They don't grow for me, and I don't know if it's where I'm at.
Your soil.
I don't know if it's my soil, but I have very rarely had luck with beans. I've got some purple potted pole beans growing out there right now, and I've got about 6 beans on all them plants, and there's 11 plants. 6 beans. My advice, which is take it with a grain of salt, but my advice is to try it and see what happens, because that's what I always do. I don't follow any rules, Miss Denise. I plant what I want to plant when I want to plant it. If it grows, great. And if it's out of season and it grows, well, I've learned something. My climate is it's such a microclimate here where I live that I have to try everything. And now if I lived in my other house, I could tell you yes, no, maybe whatever. Because I knew that garden like the back of my hand. I could tell you what was going to grow in what bed. But we've been in this house 18 months, and this is only the second season.
Mm-hmm.
I did a fall garden last year, and I did my spring garden this year. And that's all I've gardened in this yard. And my fall garden last year was downright disastrous.
Just pathetic.
It was. My mustard greens got about 8 inches tall, and that was it. And I couldn't understand it. But this year I got this stuff under control.
But beans in the other yard, you grew tons
Ooh,
of them.
hey ZE, hey Cypress, how you doing? Thanks. I appreciate that, honey. You enjoy your evening too, okay? Hey, ZE, no, I have never tried an inoculant.
What is it?
Well, it's this envelope of stuff that you sprinkle on the ground,
Mhm.
and it's supposed to help your beans.
Right.
But ZE, I
Awesome.
thought that that was only for when you planted beans in the cooler weather. I didn't know that it was for any time you grow beans. So let me know what you think of that, okay? Dawn said sweet potatoes and cowpeas and okra are good for now. Not much. That is the truth, Dawn. That's the truth. But now, Denise, she's in Central Florida, and she's right about that. She gets hotter than I do here.
Yeah.
I don't know if she gets hotter, but she has just different weather.
Well, there's no breeze in the middle of Florida.
That's true. That's true.
Not like living on the Gulf.
That's true. But now I tell you what, I do have watermelons growing, and I do have peppers. My peppers are about to take off, y'all.
In strawberries, yeah, strawberries.
But I did plant them in the spring. So, but my peppers always do that. They suffer all spring into the summer, and when the closer it gets to fall, the better they do. ZE said, I'm doing great. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're great. Haas Tools showed how to inoculate beans on his YouTube. Oh, I'm gonna have to go watch that. I haven't watched him in a while. Them in a while. I love them, and I love, what's his name? The older man. Oh gosh, is it Bryant? No. Anyway, the older man, I just love him. He reminds me of my daddy.
What, on hospitals?
Denise says they've had a lot of rain there too.
Mm.
Yeah. Are y'all getting any of that storm, Denise? Because I know it's headed your way. On his, oh, he's got, you know what? I've never seen that one. I've never seen his Lazy Dog Farm. I watch Scott Head, Denise. I watch him, and I really enjoy his channel a lot. In fact, his climate is probably the closest to mine of anybody else that I watch, other than, I'm not going to say their name. So I hope you don't get any storm too. But they're saying it's supposed to go in, what, just north of Tampa?
That's the last I heard, north of
And
Tampa.
come out Jacksonville. And I got 2 boys who live in Jacksonville, so I got my fingers crossed that it just withers away and goes nowhere.
One of the guys I know is packing his gear, getting ready to leave for Florida soon.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Electrical guy?
Yep.
Also. But yeah. Oh, his is almost the same as yours. Okay. You're in South Louisiana. Oh, that's right. It was the other. I'm sorry, Denise. I got you confused with Dawn. Yeah. Well, your climate's pretty much the same as mine too, because I'm on the coast of Mississippi. So
Well, depending where Dawn is, she's getting rain every day at 4:30.
that's true. Dawn, are you getting rain every day at 4:30? I miss those afternoon thunder showers.
Right.
I really do.
They either rained 10 minutes and made it 10 times hotter, or rained until nighttime.
Yeah. I like them steam baths in the middle of the
I
afternoon.
didn't. I was working in a marina. I did not like that.
I know you didn't. He does have great tomatoes this year, doesn't he? Cat, oh my goodness. Okay. For more rain, I don't quite understand, more rain for men then. That will grow mold, mosquitoes, and mildew. What? Yeah. Saturday all day long, today off and on. Okay. Cat, let me see what Cat said. Scott has a fabulous, yes, he did. Look, and I think he planted Arkansas Travelers and a whole bunch of heirlooms. And I don't know how he did it, to be honest with you. I can't grow I can grow heirlooms here, but it's hit or miss.
Either your plant dies or it does really, really well.
Yeah, well, my Virginia sweets are doing really good right now. Well,
They're bigger than my fist.
I've got a Virginia sweet, y'all, that's as big as both of my hands put together like this. It fits right in both of my hands. And I'm just praying that it will turn because right now it's green. That is my favorite tomato of all time. And I know I've said that a bazillion times on this channel. He said today his heirlooms did not do good. Interesting. I didn't watch him today. I know he did an update though. He did a end of the summer tour, didn't he? I didn't watch it yet, but I'm interested to find out why he's saying, because my God, everything in there was red. So I don't understand. But I know in my garden, heirlooms are hit or miss. I know that. Yeah, that end of summer tour. Y'all, I was going to do an end of the summer tour on mine, but most of my beds are empty now. But I do have some sunflowers about to bloom. I saved, how many did we save from the storm?
About a dozen.
I don't think it's quite a dozen, but it's a couple, a few. It's a few.
And
And
stick them up and tie them up.
we did. We had to put stakes in time. So, Lazy Dog Farms, love red and we're very. Dawn, did you grow the red snappers? Because I was thinking about trying those next spring. Right next to my Bella Rosas. This year I tried one called Sweet Charlotte because, well, I called it my vanity tomato because my name's Charlotte. And I thought, holy Lord, there's a dang tomato named Charlotte. I got to grow that thing. So I did, and it produced fair. Wasn't great, wasn't awful, but they didn't last as long as the Bella Rosas. Oh, okay. Lazy Dog did. Okay.
And she grew some,
Okay.
but the storms and, or sunflowers got her butt kicked too.
Oh, two of the oh man. Well, I had a whole 3 by 10 foot bed full of sunflowers, and every single one of them, except for I'm thinking about 8 of them, is what I'm seeing them in my head in the grid, and I think it's 8 that we were able to save.
Well, some of them though didn't even grow worth a darn. They like got this tall
I
and
know, that's crazy too.
birds
isn't it?
ate them and other things.
'Cause
killed them
last
and they
year-
turned brown.
Yeah, last year all of my sunflowers were up over my head. I had big, beautiful blooms on them. They were great. And this year
You had 2 big blooms.
I had 2, yeah. Oh, but the sunflowers at my daughter's house that I planted, they're beautiful. They are, well, they were.
Yeah.
We cut them up. In fact, I'll tell you a sweet story. My daughter has a neighbor who's an elderly lady who lives alone. She's 84 years old, and her sister passed away last week. And so my daughter was telling my granddaughter about it. And so Millie said, Mama, do you think we could take her some of my sunflowers that I grew? So my daughter waited until I went to her house on Monday, or was it it was Tuesday. And she asked me if I would go out to the garden and cut sunflowers with Millie so that Millie could we arranged them in a vase and made them real pretty. And then we took them over to her. And let me tell you something, that lady's face lit up and she was so appreciative. And I was so proud of Millie for doing that, just for thinking about somebody else, you know. She's only 5, and, you know, that doesn't usually happen with 5-year-olds. So, yeah.
And talking about the water, we use city water and we use rainwater.
Yeah, well, she was asking Dawn, wasn't she?
What's the,
Oh, no, Dawn asked us. Dawn, we do. We use city water when we need to, but I have a stock tank pond outside, and it's a 110-gallon stock tank. I have goldfish in it, and I have a bubbler in it to try to keep the mosquitoes away. And the goldfish eat the mosquito eggs. And I use that for water in my garden a lot. Anytime, but now when it gets too low, I have to wait till the rain fills it up. But this year we've been really lucky, and the rain has just done everything it's supposed to do, and then some. And then some.
And then she said that Jesus is doing all the watering right now.
Yay, that's the truth. Yeah, Denise, Jesus is watering them beds. Oh my goodness. Denise says she wants to get rain barrels. That would be a great idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of channels that show you how to set those up and put in pumps and catch everything off your roof and everything. You thought about it at the other house.
What? The rain barrels and
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah, I did. But right now, she's thinking that's sweet. Well, our city water here,
It's gross.
it's kind of gross, and I won't drink it. I make my tea with bottled water. I buy bottled water for the kids. Sometimes our water turns brown when it loses pressure.
Sometimes it bubbles.
Sometimes
like
it
it's got soap in
smells terrible. Yeah, we go to feed the chickens and turn on the water hose outside, and there will be bubbles in the thing, and we have to let it run until the bubbles are gone. And so I just don't trust it. I really don't trust it. So I try to use that city water as little as possible in the garden as well. Now, I don't think it's going to kill us. All right.
it.
And I don't think it's contaminated with anything other than age of the pipes and age of whatever. But what?
I was going to say, it's kind of weird. You drive from Alabama, and all the sinks and toilets are as pristine white as can be. As soon as you hit the Mississippi state line bathrooms and along the interstate, they're brown and rust red.
That's true. There's a lot of iron in the water
And
here.
then you hit Louisiana, and they're white again,
Kat said it's nasty, but it's a flat rate no matter how much you use.
right? But if you only use none, you're gone the entire month. You're still paying that.
Well,
flat
you're
rate.
going to use, you got to shower.
I mean, if you're
you know.
gone,
Oh,
You're
if you're
gone.
gone. It don't matter. If you're gone and you live somewhere else, you're going to pay a water bill. It doesn't matter.
if you go on
Well,
vacation,
Kat, the flat rate is kind of high, but I get what you're saying. Because when we lived in Virginia, we got a bill every 2 months. That's the way they did it up there. And I don't think I ever paid more than $85 for 2 months worth of water up there. But that was a while ago too. So I think when I first moved here, it was 75. I think it was $75 when we first moved here. It was like 12 years ago. But yeah, you can fill up as many pools as you want. Still
Yeah.
only pay $85. Oh, it's funny. But yeah, I am kind of afraid to drink it on a regular basis. I used to, till I moved to this house. Where I used to live before, we didn't get brown water though. Like in this city, and it was down on the western side. But here where I live now, which is a little bit more east, it gets brown and
smelly.
And that's what bothers me the most is the smell. I don't care about brown water. Just let it run. It'll go away. But
Smells like metal or chemical.
so I got 7 people in here. Y'all all press the like button, please, if you like it. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button and tell me I'm terrible.
We'll tell you why you're terrible.
Tell me why I'm terrible. Oh, she's got a Berkey. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. I love that idea. You know what? If I had enough counter space, I can promise you I'd have me a Berkey.
What the heck is a Berkey?
It's a great water filter that filters out all the junk. And they're super, super expensive too.
Well, would it be cheaper to buy a Berkey than it would be to buy water every day?
Eventually,
Gallons
yeah.
and gallons and gallons of water. for you to-
Eventually. You can get one that's like a 3-gallon or 2.5-gallon Berkey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
save your pennies.
I might do that. I might do that over Christmas.
I'll give up a tattoo for you.
All right. All right.
If you
That
buy
sounds
Berkey.
good.
That'll save me from having to buy water all the time.
Yeah. That is a great idea, honey. I'm glad you thought of it.
So you buy a Berkey. If she thought of it, you buy a Berkey, and then after the Berkey's bought, I got a drink.
I've been looking at them for like, I don't know, probably a year.
What have you bought?
And because I thought you'd shoot me in the face for buying it for.
I would. The amount of water I have to go drag in the house, and you're like, throw these bottles away. I would. I don't care if I pay $500.
I thought you'd get mad as fire if I spent that much on a water filter.
How much you looking to spend?
The
3 to 5.
Amazon, that bad boy.
I can't spend.
I'll
and do
show
Amazon
you.
At the same time.
You're gonna have sticker shock, I promise. Won't he, Cat?
Well, your sticker shock will come when you see my sleeve price.
All right. Well, that's okay. It'll be gradual.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up the price of a Berkey right now. So let's see what it says. Water filter. Boom. Let's see. What I do?
She said no tattoos this month.
No. That's the truth.
She goes, hey honey, so why don't you get a sleeve? I'm like, okay, that's a great idea.
Oh, God. Okay, this is not what this is it.
Those are cartridges.
Oh, that's not bad.
Only 200.
Oh, that's not a Berkey.
Oh, that's a good.
That's not a Berkey. That
Dalton. What's it look like?
big Berkey gravity fed water filter with 2 black Berkey purification elements is $332.
That's cheaper than a tattoo.
It
Well,
is.
my next one anyway.
It is, but now here's one for $2.99, but that's smaller. See,
Ah, she beat you.
he did beat me.
$332.
$332, and then see, we have 4 people in our family, so something really small would not benefit us. Well, that and the fact that I go through 100 gallons of tea in a week.
You know about
8, 12,
you
8 or
drink at
12
least
gallons
1
a
or 2
week.
gallons a day.
No, I just drink about a gallon a day, and then
No,
sometimes.
yeah, 1 to 2
But if
gallons.
I'm up late, when I have insomnia, I drink tea more.
I can't sleep when we drink caffeine.
She says Royal Dalton, I don't know how to say that, but is just as good as Berkey. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
And that was only 200 bones.
Was it?
Yeah. It was 197 and change.
I'm wondering if you can use the Berkey filters in the Dalton container.
Scroll down.
That's what I'm wondering.
You had a Dalton up there.
Yeah, I see it right there. It's
Stand still.
fiddlesticks. What happened?
Those are closed, honey.
Oh no, leave me alone. You're being abusive.
Why? Because I see all the other junk you got in your box to buy?
Because you're making me feel stupid. Stop it. Stop it.
That way.
It's right there. It's $197. But see, I gotta find out what the capacity is. She says you can use their filters you have both. Oh, thanks, Kat. That is good to hear. Because, I mean, the container really is just,
It's just a vessel.
yeah. So this is 10 by 10 by 14. That's too small.
How many gallons does it hold?
Well, that's what I'm asking. I know. That's what I'm looking at. I
About
can't-
items. Scroll.
Oh, for the love of God. I'm trying to scroll, Wesley. The computer's not cooperating with me.
See more about this product.
So, why don't you do the computing, okay?
You just
That
put,
way,
put it down.
y'all, give me, I got to take a 2-minute bio break, okay?
What?
I have to go to the restroom. Goodness gracious.
Weirdo.
I was trying to be nice about it.
So
Go
you
ahead,
shut
entertain everybody.
Just entertain. I'm
Yeah.
still trying to find out how many gallons things hold.
Yeah.
Gallons. Pounds. No. Maybe you know how many gallons they are. I'm not near as entertaining as she is. Especially when I'm trying to look up junk too. Oh, there we go. 2.25 gallons. That's good. More she can drink in today. Especially since she does not drink water. Tea or nothing. Or coffee. Not water.
All right, move your big booty.
2.25 gallons.
Oh, well, that'll work.
Stop fat shaming me.
That'll work. Well, if you won't, you talk to me like I'm incompetent, and I'll just fat shame you. The small one is about 2. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get one of those.
But you can't drink 2.25 gallons of nothing in one day.
Watch me.
You haven't done it yet.
Well, I'll run to the potty all the time. My goodness, I'll do it. No, I could use a gallon of it for tea.
Yeah, I could start doing coffee with this
Yes,
water.
you could. And then, as soon as you use some, just fill it up, and then it'll just be a running.
So I can't be like the kids in your ice and just throw it on the counter empty?
I guess you can. Y'all, my kids and we don't have an ice maker in our refrigerator yet. This is the refrigerator that came with the house when we rented it. And it has been my goal for the last 18 months to buy a new refrigerator that suits us with an ice maker in it. And I don't care if it's, I don't care what it looks like. Do not care. I just want one that gives me ice. If I have to open the freezer door to get it, okay, I'll do that. But I need ice. So the kids they don't fill up the ice trays. They'll get the ice out. I'll walk in here at midnight trying to get some tea, and there'll be 12 ice trays sitting on top of the sink empty.
Or they're nice about it and leave them empty in the freezer.
Oh, yeah.
They'll stack them.
They'll stack them in the freezer, completely empty, y'all. They're bad. They're bad youngins.
I don't do that.
No, nobody does, honey.
He's diving his sister
It's
out.
that ghost that lives here. That ghost that lives here does
The
that.
ice eating ghost.
Yeah. And all day long, I'll crack them and fill them, crack them and fill them. Anyhow, well, I have such a better attitude now than I did on my first live stream, y'all. And I'm so happy about that. Because when I started my first live stream,
I saw it.
and I had to get off of it because I just had a terrible attitude.
Oh, you had a sourpuss.
I was a sourpuss. I was mad at the neighbors. I was mad at the fireworks. I was bored to death and I couldn't sleep. But I'm like, what the devil? And I let everybody know about it on my first live stream. And I said, I got to delete that thing. I can't leave that up there. I mean, I want to be real and all about YouTube. I want to, be myself, but nobody needs to know I'm a crotchety old lady.
Well, they know now. You just told them.
Well, everybody's got their moments.
Well, you were a grumpy butt earlier.
I was very grumpy. But some days are diamonds and some days are stone. Isn't that what the song says?
Which song?
Go look it up. It's a country song. You ought to know it.
Who sang it?
I think it was the Statler Brothers, or that's ringing a bell. 100 years ago. I think it came out in maybe the 70s. Maybe. Look, I'm telling my age, ain't I? But that's all right. Look, I think when people get to be older than 50, they ought to be proud of themselves that they lived longer than a whole bunch of other people.
John Denver did that.
Oh, no, that's not the
Right.
one I'm talking about. I mean, he probably did, but there were other people.
Amos Lee.
Maybe. But I love that song. I used to always love that song.
John Denver with lyrics.
Okay, that's enough.
I think John Denver did it more than anybody else.
He
apparently.
might have.
Like 15 different versions.
It just didn't sound like him. Turn that volume down a little bit. It's bothering me.
Wrong way.
Can you do it, please?
Maybe.
Thank you.
Nope, wrong way.
Because I can hear the echo in my ear.
I couldn't hear it.
I know you can't. My husband can't hear anything, y'all.
I can hear a lot of stuff, but just not the small stuff.
Just not the stuff he needs to hear.
And in my defense, I spent 7 years on submarine duty listening to everything outside because I was a sonar technician. And then another 7.5 years on a flight line listening to jet engines. That's not great for your hearing. Or your ankles, or your back, or your knees,
Shh. Nobody cares.
or your hip.
Nobody cares. This is not a sob stream. This is a happy Independence Day stream.
Well,
What?
we've earned every rebuild and every great hit.
You are stinking right we have. Heck yeah. Earned it, paid for it, and I'm going to wear them with pride most of the time.
I think I've paid for most of them.
But you know what? Y'all, look. Okay, so the lenses on my glasses are pink, if you can't tell.
Rose colored?
Look how swollen my eyes are today. And when I first looked at myself in the mirror when I was putting my lipstick on for the live stream, they were all red, all underneath here, just as red as, or just as pink as the pink in these glasses. It's gone away a little bit now, but
You didn't take your sinus jump today, did you?
no, I didn't. I didn't think it was going to be a huge necessity, but I found out differently.
Anytime you're out in the yard pulling junk, especially throwing it over your shoulder,
Yeah.
you need to be wearing.
I do need to be taking it.
Yep.
I do. I probably should start wearing a mask outside when I'm actually working and pulling things out of the garden, just to cut down on my allergy symptoms. But
You wear them goggles you got.
hey, have y'all seen my goggles that I got in the mail? Where are they, buddy?
Down there to your left.
Okay. Look, my buddy Patrick, who lives in Australia, he saw my onion fermenting video. Y'all check this out. Dun dun dun.
He's got that cooking patty.
I got myself some onion cutting goggles, and I'm gonna use them proudly every time I cut onions. I was so happy to get those. I can't even tell you. What
She said you should wear
wear
the
your
onion goggles.
Did you see me the other night try to taste those onions, Kat?
Bad.
Ooh, buddy.
Those
Ooh,
are
but-
rotten.
I messed it all up. Something happened. Something didn't go right.
I know what happened.
What?
After 7 days, you're supposed to throw them puppies in the refrigerator.
Will,
It was like 14 days before.
no, but you got to let it ferment before you put it in the refrigerator, or it stops the process in the refrigerator.
That's the problem.
And they
Those
never-
didn't stop.
Be quiet. They never got fermented. They never got that pickly fermented taste. So I'm going to have to throw them out and start over. So look, these are going to come in really handy because I got 3 more of those stinking purple onions to cut up. Kat, I'm not brave. I'm just dumb, honey.
Masochist, maybe?
I just, yeah.
I got some MREs you can munch on.
Well, and I got some, Patrick talked me into ordering some Vegemite too a couple weeks ago. And so I got that in the mail the other day too. And I got to taste it. And it's not bad. It's not bad. It reminds me of beef bouillon.
But the vegetable version.
But yeah, but the vegetable version of a beef bouillon. It's not bad. And it's going to be really good. Apparently in Australia, they smear it with on toast with butter. That would not be my favorite way to do it. Now I put some brie, some baby brie cheese on top of it, and it was a lot better. But I think it would be super in soups and stews and things like that. I can't wait to try it in that.
Well, he said they do that a lot down there. They'll use it in their gravies
Yeah,
and soups.
and also he says that you that's hilarious.
Well, you can't use a lot of it. It's a little bit goes a long way.
A tiny bit. But I think it would be great as a marinade with some other stuff too. I don't know what yet, but I think it would make a good marinade.
We'll find out this winter. We'll start
Okay.
cooking soups and stews.
Yeah.
I'll throw some in my beef stew.
But in your beef stew,
Yeah.
you ain't messing with my beef stew.
No, it's in mine.
Okay. Because my beef stew is almost perfection, y'all.
It's not going in my chili.
You know what? I'm kind of looking forward to eating some more. Here it is only July, and I'm already looking forward to eating some heartier, stick to your ribs winter foods.
Because you can't do that in the summertime. It's just too miserable.
I know, and it tastes so good, you know.
You could eat
Denise, we do
Marmite
have a lot to
and
be-
Vegemite with either avocado or peanut butter. Right here. That's what she said.
You said it. Well, give me a minute.
Okay.
I want to address what Denise says because she says we have a lot to be positive about, and she's right. Because I have to remind myself sometimes, Denise, because I don't know if you know this or not. A lot of people who watch me know, but I had a heart attack a year and a half ago, and I was this close to dead. And every day that I wake up, I tell myself, you know what? You got an extra day, you know. And sometimes when I get irritated, I have to remind myself that things are not near as bad as I think they are, and as long as I'm breathing, it's a good day.
You can't cash that out early. You promised me 50. So you got 30.
No,
to
well,
go.
initially I promised you
30.
40,
And then I bought you that nice pretty ring.
and then
gave me
you
another
blackmailed me for another
10
10
with jewelry.
with jewelry. So I have to live to be at least 84 years old.
Yeah.
To fulfill my obligation. Thank you, Denise. I love the goggles too, honey. And ZE, what did you say? Let me see this one.
Right here.
Well, hang on a minute and I'll read it. My goodness. You can also eat Marmite and Vegemite with either avocado or peanut butter. You know, I want to try it with peanut butter tomorrow. I don't have any avocados right now, but I'm going to try peanut butter because I'm not a huge fan of peanut butter, but I bet you the saltiness of that Vegemite would really enhance that peanut butter a lot. I'm going to try that. Thanks for that idea. Yeah, Denise, my goggles, I'm so proud of them. I don't know what to do. The only thing is, I'll have to wear, look, this is crazy because I'm blind as a bat.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, these are clear lenses. So I might have to do this so I can see to cut the onions.
We'll just put your glasses on, then put the goggles on.
Oh, well, I could wear the glasses down here on my nose and just look down.
You look like a dork like that.
Well, I know I don't care if I'm cutting onions. I don't care if I look like a dork. Why do I care what I look like? I'm 55 years old. I don't care what I look like.
And what do you always say? You're like that actor in Oh Brother Where Art Thou? Meyer.
Meyer. Oh my goodness. Have y'all ever seen that movie, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
George Clooney. Meyer.
Y'all, that's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love it. I love it. I could watch it. That's the beauty of this movie, is that you could watch it 50 times and pick up things that you missed in the versions previous because it's such a deep movie. What did he say?
If only
they made prescription onion goggles. Well, honey, I wouldn't expect anybody to buy those for me. Well, I didn't expect these, but that would be expensive. My prescription's wonky. But I'm glad. Look, I just got glasses for the first time since I was a teenager. When did we get them? The 1st of June-ish?
Yeah, ish.
And I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to be able to really see things. And what I did was I have a pair of bifocals that I wear on a regular basis. And I don't think they're in here. No, they're not. But these, I ordered just the bifocal prescription in the whole glasses so that I could work on my computer and live stream. Because I could, with the bifocal prescription, I can read from an arm's length away. And I can see my computer without doing this thing here and letting y'all look up my nose, which is kind of embarrassing, you know.
Especially if you got.
Oh gosh, hush. But that's why I did that. I really like these for the computing and the lights and everything, because this pink tint takes the strain off my eyes. And the doctor actually told me to get pink tint for that. So I did. But I'm happy to have these glasses, I'm telling you. Anyhow, y'all, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining this live stream. But I think I'm going to try to go to bed now. The racket has decreased outside, and I don't hear the thumping music anymore. And I still have a whole lot of work to do in the garden tomorrow, and hopefully I can get a video made. So y'all keep your eyes open for that. And if you want to see all of my gardening videos, I got a whole playlist of them. Go ahead and go watch those. If you're tired of looking at me, wait till next Friday and we'll be doing another live stream then. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate y'all so much. And I will talk to y'all again the next time, okay? Good night.
I didn't know you were gonna sign off already.
I'm trying to.